What's up everyone, ODC, that's me here, and I'm back with another action figure review. Today's review, we're going to take a look at the NECA Aliens Toys R Us exclusive Kenner style Lieutenant Ripley action figures. I fumble over my words there. But it does come in this really nice packaging. It does include a Dark Horse comic book inside, very similar to the original release. It does have the Kenner paint deco in this figure. It does also have a Kenner style look for Ripley right here. There's the comic. On the back, it does give a very nice depiction of what the old back cards to the Kenner figure packaging looked like, showing all the other figures and all the other waves. It's got Alien Isolation here, AVP right here. It's got the regular Predator line right here, and also the vehicles and the Queen Alien and the Blade Fighter vehicle, which I have never seen in stores. But over here it has a nice little read-up. It says, Lieutenant Ripley, Specialty, Authorized Power Loader Pilot, Home Planet, Earth, Background, discovered and barely defeated the first alien, survived several face-to-face alien encounters. Her quote of the day is, "The only good alien is a torched alien." I would have put, "Get away from her, you bitch." But you can't really write bitch on there, so that's just me. Anyway, let's not waste any more time. We'll get Ripley out of packaging and we'll be right back. Okay, and we're back with Lieutenant Ripley out of packaging, and I gotta say she looks really good. Pretty much, if you have the movie original release of this Lieutenant Ripley, she's pretty much just a repaint in the Kenner style look from the 90s. So if you're used to the movie version, and you already have the movie version, and you're more of the movie collector, then this might be a passable thing for you. But if you did have the original Kenner release, and this might bring back some memories for you, so you might want to pick this one up as well. For me, it was a must get. I had to get both. I have both versions, so I'm pretty happy with both. But she is I mean, I really do like the likeness to Sigourney Weaver. I'm actually surprised that she actually came with a gun, because she is very anti-gun. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just happy that we got a Ripley figure. I don't really care. So there's her, I guess you could call this a Marine futuristic rifle, I guess, if you want to call it that. But here is the original. Now, if you bought the original Kenner action figure, you would know that it actually did come with this specific comic, and they did release comics with all their releases back then. But this is issue number 8, and it's titled Fireball, and so that's pretty cool. I really dig that it came with a Dark Horse comic style comic, so that's pretty cool. Looking at the figure itself, like I said, I really do like this face sculpt. It looks really good. Really good tone for the hair. I think it looks really nicely done. I dig the bandolier, how everything is in this very 90s retro style paint. It really does pop, especially from the comic itself. Let me just do a little comparison with the comic to show you guys what she looked like in there. Let's just take a look. Here we go. We have this nice little comic rendering right there. And as you can see, it's pretty close. The shirt's a little bit brighter in the comic, but still, I think it looks pretty close. So, let's just get articulation out of the way really quick. Her head can swivel full 360 rotation. Her head looks up and down. It can tilt to the side. Oh, no job turkeys. Her arms go up, down, full 360 rotation right there. Single bend at the elbow, elbow swivel. She does have a wrist joint on a ball peg, and it can pivot up and down and in and out a little bit. I would be very careful with these ball pegs, though, because the pegs on some NECA figures, they tend to snap off a little bit. Sometimes they're a little bit too skinny. But she does have a little watch right there, which is pretty cool. Really dig the sculpt on the bandolier here. But she does have a waist twist. and she can crunch forward and back, and a little bit side to side. She does have that pliable plastic for a lower torso, so she can get her leg forward and back. She does have the hidden thigh joint, one of my favorite thigh joints that any toy company actually gives us collectors. A single bend at the knee and a swivel at the knee. Let's see if she has a boot swivel too. No boot swivel, which is fine with me. She does have an ankle hinge, which, well, it's on a ball peg, but it can go forward and back, and it can swivel. And let's see, it does have a little bit of an ankle pivot, not too much though, but enough of a pivot where she stands with zero issues here, which is great. Now, looking at her gun here, she does have a little bit of a red paint detail right there on the gun. It does have a nice little gray or silver wash going throughout it to kind of give the rifle here, I'll just call it a rifle, a little bit of a dirt grime feel to it, like it's been through war already. Now, to get her hand in here, let's just try to do this. You kind of want to go from the top, or just go like that, and then you kind of want to have it pinned back behind her elbow like so, and then you want to bring this open palm and you kind of want to just almost rest it on top. Now, I wish she came with another gripping hand. I'm not really sure why NECA decided to not give us that, because she almost has to, she can't really get her thumb underneath to hold it the way you really want it to. So I almost wish that they would have just included two gripping hands here. Not really sure why they went with this open palm. They should have included, and which NECA usually is a good job of doing, giving us an extra hand. But you almost have to keep it in an under palm, just so she can kind of balance it, like so. But then she looks a little ridiculous doing that. So that's a big flaw. This hand, usually NECA, like I said, this is a surprise to me, because usually NECA is pretty good with their hands. So that's kind of a drawback to the figure. But she can, I guess you can hold it at the end of the day. I mean, I guess you can rest it. It just doesn't, I don't know. If I saw that on the shelf and I was staring at it, I'd be like, oh, why is her hand like that? It would just bother me. But that's the story in the life of a collector, right? That's that's why we do these things. I love the high pants here. It's great. It's pretty accurate to how she looked in the movie, and pretty accurate for the time, to be honest with you, because back then the high pants were in, man. That was like the thing in the 80s and the early to mid 90s, high pants. But she does have a I guess if you want to call this a scarf, ascot, I don't know, but she does have a little scarf right here, and it is you can move it around, so if you want to twist it around the other way, you could, but I don't know. I'm just going to keep it this way. I think that's the way it should be anyway. But I really do dig the sculpt of her. It's just this damn hand. Damn you, hand. Right there. So I think of that hand. But she does look pretty good. I really do like the deco. I love that it comes with the comic. To improve this figure, it would have definitely I would definitely given just another gripping hand, because she doesn't even need an open palm hand, to be honest with you. Or just include an extra hand. How much would that have cost them? Not that much. But she doesn't have an issue standing. She's got pretty good range of motion, and I think it's a good likeness to not only the comic, but also Sigourney Weaver. So I would definitely recommend this figure, but be forewarned, this hand sucks. I'm just warning you right now. That's the biggest drawback of this figure. But the sculpt, the articulation, and the range of motion are all there. So I guess it's a give and take. If you really give a shit about that, then maybe you want to skip on this one. And if you don't like the Kenner style look, then this isn't probably for you. But this is for probably, your diehards, or also the people that collected the Kenner line. So I think it's a nice touch. She's going to look great in my Aliens collection display. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So definitely 2 thumbs up here. And be sure to check out Big Boy Collectibles for all your G.I. Joe needs. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.